Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. They can't hang with us.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Good. 180. Mike 54. All day, dog. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. Mike's 5'4. Watch the screen. Shell.
Goff now looking to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. A shotgun snap for Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Wide open receiver complete. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Let's go.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And some room to maneuver. 23 yards, the final tally.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, but we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Play action. It's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now it's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
58, come on. You better bring it. You better bring it.
Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is right down the middle. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
51 for Mike, boy, 51.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
Myers, the AFC's Pro Bowl kicker from a year ago. He was 6 out of 7 from 50-plus last year, and he converts another one here.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Shift. Show it up. Hey, check 24. Deuce. Tight dog. Hardball.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. 6-0 our score after 1. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Forced out to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Mike 58, right there. We own it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 5th. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Maurice Hurst. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
He's coming. Run left.
And to give this time to the tailback. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely, 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for not much space to rumble.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you
and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Dante Fowler. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
65.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Gone. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Goff now to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw, Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they try the right side here. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something. Bang, bang.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 45-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Room to run inside the 40. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, trying to run inside, but nothing there. Dante Fowler in on the stop. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson, and an alley to run. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
He's crashed.
I'll go special. I'll go special.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
280. 14.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second and goal, Wilson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again they run with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Rams on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Gone. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Gurley again here on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Rams on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
50. Mike, 58, right there.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 21. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Seahawks, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.